Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a story for you from the the Jesuit Review magazine, America magazine. And this story is very interesting. It came out, I think, today. Today is December the 7th, 2023. And you know how I always tell y'all, this is the adversary because everything that you're supposed to do, they tell you to do the opposite. Everything. This story um, is along the same lines. So it says Pope Francis wants to demasculinize the church. What does that mean for women and men? So I'm not going to read this entire thing. I'm just going to read to a certain point, and then I'm going to share scripture with you, and then I'm going to close out. And I will put the article and the scripture in the description. You can argue with your mama about it. But the law has not changed, although Christianity wants to tell us the old ways and the old laws are done away with, or the Old Testament doesn't count, doesn't matter. You only adhere to the New Testament, and that is not true, especially if you're an Israelite or one of the 12 tribes. We can't be following up with these people. And so, again, this is why I say if you are in the church, you need to come out of them because you are going to be in apostasy, you're going to be in trouble, and you are likely not going to escape the wrath of judgment because this stuff is just cut clear and dry. So if you don't read your word, you won't know this. If you're relying on somebody else to tell you, well, you're going to the same place that the person who told you the wrong stuff going because you have time to know better and so you should do better. So anyway, let's get into it. So it says in recent weeks, Pope Francis has drawn attention to the question of the role of women in the church, which has been a key topic in the global synod on synodality process running from 2021 to 2024. At a November 30th meeting of the International Theological Commission, a group of theologian advisors to the Vatican's doctrinal office that has included women since 2004, Pope Francis spoke off the cuff, lamenting that only 5 of the 30 plus theologians on the commission were women. So it says the church is woman, the Pope said. And if we cannot understand what a woman is, what is the theology of women, we will never understand the church. One of the great sins we have witnessed is masculinizing the church. He continued, this is the job I ask of you. Please demasculinize the church. So the old law don't have nothing to do with women in church. All the elders and priests were men. Women could not even speak in church. So I'm going to share this scripture with you and then I'm going to just close out because these people crazy. So I'm reading from the King James Version. This is 1 Corinthians 14:34. So it says, let your women keep silence in church, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. The law has never changed. And it's because the law has never changed, the women should be doing the same thing that they did back in the days of um, the Hebrews and the Israelites. Should be quiet. That's what it's supposed to be. Quiet. And I'll read another version, the NIV version, which I don't really like to read all these different versions, but just to simplify it, I want to read it with you. Uh, it is. So the NIV version says women should remain silent in the churches. They are not allowed to speak, but must be in submission as the law says. So this is in the Bible, which means this was in the Torah. So if that is the case, this is an abomination. This is disobedience. And this is what this body continues to have us do, which is why we are in captivity right now. We stay in trouble because we're always following them. So, just another reason for y'all to read your own word and understand it for yourself. Because if you follow these people, honey, the children of the corn going to have you tangled up in your underwear and burning up. All right, this is Marla K, and I'm out.